Alright, so I was not planning to make this video and I was not planning to talk about this until, well, the new episode dropped of One Punch Man. I was about to move on. I probably will talk about it at the end of the season, but situations seem very dire. And what I mean is, of course, we're talking about One Punch Man, which is very sad to see that now it has title of One Frame Man, Two Frame Man, whatever it is. It is what it is in the end. So let me bring you back to the first season on my anime list. Because my anime list is a website where a lot of people watch anime rated. Okay, so a lot of people rate the anime here in my anime list, and I think it's more than trustworthy to look at these scores rather than any other places, because it's not to say it's rigged, but in my opinion, I feel like this one has the most votes. Alright, it's just my opinion. Of course, you can have your own statistic, but that doesn't change the fact that some scores has changed. I'm only taking this, my anime list score, reason being it does show what I am trying to say. Because if we look at the score, it's an 8.4 and 8.5 on from season 1. And that's what everybody thought was a good ass show. So let's go over to season 2 and let's see what happened. Okay, it's a 7.5. It's acceptable, it's passable. It's not that bad. And my score was also a 7. Honestly, my score for season 1 was much higher, but yeah, it is what it is. But if we look at season 3 right now, it has only 4 episodes. And it's lower than a 6. Only 0.01 lower. But it shows really what the fuck this show has become. It has fallen off. And now you might be arguing that there's a lot of people review bombing this shit. Let me tell you the truth. Why do people review bomb? Because they are unsatisfied. They are not satisfied. That's why there's review bombing. If there is review bombing, that's the frustration. And people are frustrated. That's the truth. People are frustrated that this anime is not putting on the quality that it needs. And there is so much that we can say. I just don't know who to blame. I think it's the higher ups giving them limited time, limited resources. I just don't know about that, okay? I just don't know much about those stuff. But there are a couple of tweets that I do want to gloss over with this, alright? So at the end of the show, of this episode, it's literally just a 1-to-1 copy. Though it is epic at the end. It's just the bare minimum to save the anime. Because there is this one little trend ongoing, and that's like, fuck up the, like, 50% of the show, make it fucking static as shit, and then just like 30% of it is like actual scene that people get excited for. That's it. That's my opinion on it. And it hurts me to say, because every episode that I watched from One Punch Man from season 1, even the slice of life scenes, was fun. And that's not to say that the slice of life scenes in season 3 was bad. I feel like the problem is they reused that slice of life scene in so much scenes. Like, for example, like a lot of talking scenes, right? Like, so much static frame is in there. The comedy was supposed to happen. Sometimes there was some serious talk. And what we get is just the bare fucking minimum. That's it. And I honestly think that the future of One Punch Man is becoming very, very bleak. It is what it is. I think One Punch Man will closely to never be picked up again. Maybe we have to wait another 6 years. But if we look at another one. Alright, so this is a One Punch Man scene animated by Yusuke Murata. If you don't know who he is basically the mangaka of One Punch Man. And you've seen how insane his goddamn panels are. You would feel sorry for the animation team to animate his panels. But he's learning how to animate now. Look at this. He is putting more animations into this 10 seconds than we've seen in one whole minute of One Punch Man Season 3. I feel like that says something. I feel like there is something wrong. Like, there's no way this could happen, right? Like, I understand there might be limited resources, limited time. It is what it is. But I feel like there is something behind it that just doesn't make sense. And here's another scene I want to talk about. It's the Agaru scene. Well, first of all, the top one is basically the release one, so the anime, and the bottom one was the teaser. So you can see there is something. Well, it looks more clearer in the anime, so in my sense, it looks better. Like background wise, 100% anime looks better. But if we look closely here underneath in the teaser, there is kind of smoke. Of course, it comes later too with the anime itself, but keep looking at it. Alright, so you just saw it. They decided to make the steam come off his body after clenching his fist. Okay, it's cool. It's cool that they do that. It's cool that they decided to change when the smoke came from. I guess that implies like he is ready to go. Maybe. I have nothing to complain about that scene. But there's one thing bothering me, and that's this blue filter that kind of takes away the spotlight of Garo. I think it's looking far worse. Like out of nowhere, suddenly, bam, the blue filter. Why is that? I'm not sure. But there is this one guy who might know about it, who has analyzed this, as he says. I think you would know him better than me, because I'm just a small ass content creator doing absolutely nothing with my life. But he has chibi reviews on his take. I truly like this guy for being honest as hell, so let's see what his take is on the blue filter.
Episode 4, and if you look closely at the overall animation and art, it's pretty much identical. The difference is they put a weird filter over the anime version, and I've been really sitting down, I've been analyzing this clip, really thinking about it, because there really isn't like that big of a difference with the design, like in terms of the art or anything. It's literally they just pasted the teaser into the scene for the episode. But I was thinking, like, why would they put the filter for this scene? Because if you look closely, okay, like, it straight up just changes to a blue filter. And if you saw this at first by itself, you might think it's okay, but when you have the direct comparison with the teaser trailer to this, you're starting to ask yourself, why change something that already looked really good? Nobody was complaining about the teaser trailer or how it looked, and I mean, making Garo's face look exactly bluish, it's like, why do something like that? Well, I think what this really does come down to, it might actually have something to do with the blood. And if you don't know what I mean is there is regulations in Japan. This is like TV broadcasting regulations. This isn't necessarily the studio's fault, animators, or anything like that, actually. It's nothing like that. It is the TV broadcasting stations that have, like, you know, censorship laws for, like, a certain amount of blood. That's, like, why I believe Piccolo's blood in Dragon Ball went from, like, red to, like, purple. They have to censor some blood. They have to censor it in a way to where they don't show it, depending on what time it airs. And so, in this case, when you look at Garo, you can see that in the teaser, you can see that visibly the blood here. You can see the blood and all that, it's red and everything. But then if you look at the bottom, the blood just looks like smudges or oil, whatever. It's a different color. And I feel like the blue filter in general, the way this is released, is most likely for censorship purposes for the TV broadcasting.
Now, there you have it. in my opinion, he might be absolutely correct about this. Like, it could be to prevent any filters that cannot be released into the TV broadcast. Uh, it is what it is, sadly. I do think, like, the original teaser was way better. But here are, like, some things that I, like, feel there is just something wrong with it. Reason being that the whole show of, like, episode 4 was kind of, like, changing those colors a little bit often. If you don't understand what I mean, let me get the clip. Alright. So, if we look at the anime, so I think it's somewhere around here, yeah. So, a lot of times, you would see, like, some couple still images, such as this one, change coloring. I don't know why, what for reason it is, why they would reduce the background to like this and this kind of PNG movement. It's kind of weird. This happens very often if you have seen the episode. Like here, once again, Child Emperor with this weird ass green filter, blank background. It is what it is. In my opinion, it didn't really matter that much, but it feels really shitty. In my opinion, it just feels bad. Okay, it feels really bad to watch. And another scene I really want to touch on is at the very beginning. Alright, so first of all, the illogical stuff like this is nitpicking. Okay, I'm gonna show you what nitpicking is. So when he got slashed, he went face down on the ground, but this fucking image shows you that he's laying on his back. Then he crawls the back from front face up. That doesn't make any sense. So how did he lay down? Okay, so like we could suggest like he turned around and then push him back up, but this is basically nitpicking. But I am not mad about this scene, okay? I am absolutely not mad about this scene. I'm mad about the next scene. Right here. Alright, look at what's going on. What is this? What is this change? He went from like his back all hurled up, like the fucking hunchback of Notre fucking Japan, and then suddenly he stands tall. He stands right up, straight. The fuck? What? What is this frame change? Like, what the fuck am I looking at? The fuck is this BS? Like, add some extra animation to this, please. Like, I was so worried that I just missed a frame. I thought my PC was lagging the fuck out when I saw this. Like, come on. There's no way you put this cut inside the anime and think it's okay to make it here. Like, this is downright bad. It's bad. It's very bad. And I think this is clear why there's so much like hate spreading. Like, I think this makes clear why there's like a 5.9 review. I think it makes sense now. It's just pure disappointment. And review bombing, in my opinion, is not really a bad thing when it comes to the show that just doesn't deliver. It just doesn't. It doesn't deliver on the hype, it doesn't deliver on anything, the animation. All it does is straight out copy the manga panel. That's it. And I feel like this reputation will be dragged to the next season. And why is that such a bad thing? If this anime has such a bad reputation, do you think any other studio will take it? I doubt. Well, in my opinion, when it comes to the committee deciding which one gets this anime, probably a goddamn studio will do this for them. And what the committee wants is to spend as little money as possible. So when this anime is ranked so goddamn low compared to the previous season itself, the reputation dropping down to rock bottom, what do you think the committee will do? They are not gonna budget anything. No, they're not. Once again, they will have too little resources, too little time, and way too much of art to put out. Like season 4 can just be cancelled at this point. Like season 4 can just wait another goddamn 6 years. That's what this is all about. The future of One Punch Man is really goddamn that bleak. And people need to accept that this is it. Like, it cannot get better. Season 3 is a lost cause. Stop saying, hey, it's nobody's fault. Because it is somebody's fault. It's probably the committee's fault. But for such stupid decisions on animation, like, someone has to pre-watch this shit, right? To at least see there is some shit going on. Like, maybe because I am a student that does, making small movies or whatever, like, editing stuff, that I can nitpick on little shit, but I don't know about animation, right? I know nothing about animation. And I see there's some weird-ass cuts. Hello? Is it wrong? Like, I don't need a Master Chef degree to say that the hamburger of McDonald's is peak fucking mush. Like, literally, nobody needs a fucking degree to say, like, that the hamburger of fucking McDonald's is just peak trash. That's all you can get. Like, that's the reason why it's cheap, bro. I just can't understand how people are glazing the fuck out of this season. I understand you want to glaze the fuck out of the show, but it's not gonna get better. It's not. And the popularity has fallen off so goddamn hard. It's just sad. It's really sad. Things are going on inside the anime industry. And I don't know what it is, but I don't like where this is going. And just a reminder to y'all, if this happens to One Punch Man, some different IP will also get this treatment. One Punch Man will not be the last one. And will not be the only one to get this treatment. Keep that in mind. It's somebody's fault. Somebody needs to take accountability for it. I don't know who, but I highly think it's a committee. It is what it is. And with this, I will end today's video. And you guys, what do you think? Will One Punch Man ever come back? Do you think the future of some anime will look very bleak because of what they did? Do you think some other anime will be harmed because of this action? Let me down in the comments. Let the discussion begin.